How do we do, folks? Your boy Mark is your 5 numbers after the name. Games beat in action. Donkey Kong returns on the original Wii, because that's how we do old school right here, which is kind of crazy and sad to say it's old school, but hey, at last, that's where we're at these days. It's interesting to me when I go and play a game. I was going to say retro once again. It feels like the Wii came out like a couple days ago, but no, I think I was like, what, 2006, 7, something like that? A long time ago when you start adding up. But for me, personally, I got this game. I got a Wii a little bit later into its life cycle. It was very difficult to find initially, and honestly, I personally was not sold on the whole waggling and motion controls and stuff. I was gonna get it because it was a Nintendo console. I saved up just enough money to buy it at the time. It was $200, I think, something like that. And I ended up going with an Xbox 360 instead. One, because the Wii was just difficult to find, and two, I was like, yeah, these games are pretty damn good. It's got HD. I'm ready to rock and roll over here. So I got a Wii a little bit later in the life cycle, and I was pretty picky as to what games I bought. And for the most part, I was able to get a lot of games on a discount. Like, I remember I got Smash Brothers Brawl for like $10. It was being sold at a Blockbuster, so now we're really dating ourselves. And Donkey Kong Returns is one of those games that I didn't buy also when it came out. I got a little bit cheaper later. This is kind of funny to say that these days because no Nintendo games drop price anymore, but there used to be a time where they would drop price sometimes. And I played it, and I'm a huge Donkey Kong fan. I played them all. I played every single Donkey Kong game that's come out. It might be difficult to say, but yeah, I played the Game Boy Colored one. There are some Game Boy Advance ones, I believe, of Donkey Kong Country, the crappy versions that don't look that great that I've played, but I haven't beaten. But, you know, your Donkey Kong Country 1, 2, and 3 have 101, 2, 3% of them, and if there's some other weird percentage, I've done that. Did DK64, 100% of that. Played Donkey Kong Returns, we'll keep that. Played Tropical Freeze, played that. Tropical Freeze, awesome, great game. Played it on the Switch when it was re-released. But Donkey Kong Returns was an interesting one for me because I played it a little bit, and then I was like, this just is not for me, man. Like, I am not about this game, and as a huge Donkey Kong fan, for me, it was a big disappointment when it came out. And really, the big gripe I had about it was the motion controls in particular. I for one, I really don't like playing with the Wiimote. Just, like, intrinsically, the Wiimote is just not my thing. I'd much rather play with the Joy-Cons, in all fairness. I'm not the biggest Joy-Con guy either. I use my Pro Controller all the time with it. When it's in the system, when it's a portable, I'm fine with them. But to play with the one with kind of like the backbone kit, or not the backbone thing, but the one with like the little thing you put in the middle, I can't stand that. And separately, the Joy-Cons, oof, but like they're leaps and bounds better to me personally than the Wiimote was. I hated playing with the Wiimote. So I just never got the level of accuracy that I wanted in a Donkey Kong game. But I decided to give it another chance. I was like, I'm gonna go and give this another chance. And ironically, I played it, and maybe, I don't know, like 2 or 3 weeks later, Nintendo announced like an HD re-release for the Switch. Now, I own the game. It looks perfectly fine on the Wii. Obviously not HD. It looks better these days. But it still runs pretty good and probably smooth. So I wouldn't have paid the $60 for the upgrade anyway, so it wasn't too much of a big deal. But I was interested that happened around that time. I'm a little bit more open to it these days. I 100%ed it. I got everything that you could in it. I still stand by the fact that using the kind of waggle mechanics and, you know, having to like push down like blow or something like that, or the roll that you roll with like while moving it, all that stuff to me is just unnecessary. But if you stick through, you'll kind of get used to it, and you can kind of play around with it. I'm sure that the HD version makes that a lot easier and improves it 1,000%. But if you're going back and playing the original Wii version, yeah, you could beat the game, you could do it, and it's okay. Did I ever feel 100% great? Did I feel the crispness that you would back in the Super Nintendo days? No, but I did feel pretty comfortable playing around through it. The level design is pretty cool, pretty fluid. It's interesting to see where Tropical Freeze, to me, builds on this game and improves everything to a certain extent. But it is worth playing, and if you're a big Donkey Kong fan, stick through the controls, a little bit of that, but after that, hopefully you'll come around and enjoy this game, even if it's many years afterwards.